ReConstruct, I'll come in a second to it, what it is, and the federal, I need to now to look up, the Federal Ministry for Climate Action, Environment, Energy, Mobility, Innovation and Technology is co-organizing with us. ReConstruct is a platform which we do in partnership with WIFO, Sustain Serve from Zurich, the Center for European Policy Studies in Brussels, and the Wegener Center at the Uni Graz, which is supported by the Fachverband Steine und Keramik in the Wirtschaftskammer. Thank you for this support. I don't think, after having introduced ReConstruct, I don't think I need to introduce the Klimaministerium. Everybody will know what they are doing. But we are very happy, and I would like to express this, very happy that the ministry has joined us in this effort. For a long time in climate change, materials was something which wasn't really picked up, but now, and I think also now, materials are really at the heart of the discussion, at the heart of the European discussion. Think about circular economy, the Net Zero Industry Act, and think about many other things, the Battery Alliance, and where do we get our materials from? Low carbon and ideally made in Europe. So that's a bit the challenge. Now my name is Christian Egenhofer. I'm a senior research associate at this School of Transnational Governance at the European University in Florence, and I'm also working with the Center for European Policy Studies, and there I'm part of the platform. Now in ReConstruct in the past, we have been in Switzerland comparing notes with Switzerland. We have done a number of meetings in Brussels, engaging with Brussels stakeholders, EU stakeholders, and now I think it's time to look to the innovative approaches that are happening in Sweden and as it says in the program, the west of Austria. So that's we're going to kick up, and so we are very happy. We're joining forces here today also with the Swedish. I think it's correct to say the Swedish Mistra carbon exit project, which is a central project platform, and I explain this in a second. A central research project which is accompanying the Swedish ambition to be net zero in 2045. We are very happy to have Lars Zetterberg with us, Ida Carlson, and Philip Jonsen. He is somewhere sitting here. He is here in the back. They will all speak there. Now, what is going to happen today? We are having keynote speeches by Lars Zetterberg, director from Carbon Exit, around 10 minutes, by Sebastian Nödel, and then until 1600, until 4 o'clock, this lasts, and then we have a panel discussion on the innovative concepts. What are building concepts are needed to meet ecological and economic framework conditions? So how can we get these innovative projects going? After that, we have a short break. It will be short, coffee and a bit of fresh air, and then we will be gathering at the tables to develop the ideas, our own ideas in the discussions. For each table, there is a moderator and a rapporteur assigned. Each table has a topic which you can find here, and then we'll all bring these ideas together. There is also a possibility to write onto a Google Sheet if you have ideas, omissions, you want to add on something, please write in the Google Sheet. We will make a summary of it and then distribute it, and hopefully we collect a lot of interesting ideas. Remember, we call it expert discussion, so we have all the people who know much about this, and we would like to benefit from this. And that's then more or less it. We finish at around 6 o'clock with a short sort of summary of what was happening on the tables. Now, that is basically all I wanted to give an introduction, so we're getting now closer to Lars Zetterberg as a keynote speaker. But before that, let me allow to say a few words about carbon exit. It's a major project in Sweden, which is there to look at the pathways to net zero emissions, and that's the important part in supply chains. Not just the targets, but how do we get there, how do we get the products and the materials. And it looks at the domestic supply chains and the international supply chains. According to, can we have the slides if they exist on the carbon exit? If not, I tell it to you. It identifies the technical, economic and political challenges and the opportunities, so it has also social political context. It already started, and I think that's also due to Lars and his team 6 years ago, with looking at the supply chain perspective. Then it was quite novel. By now it has become mainstream. Maybe Lars, that was you. Now, yeah, here we go, and yeah, that's what it is, and more detailed about it. It looks at the supply chains in transport infrastructure and transport in itself, but also, and that's the main point, and buildings, and that's why we have invited you, which, very similarly to Austria, makes up about 75%. It's the main chunk of the emissions, because energy is low carbon in Sweden. It's a multi-stakeholder group, and includes 10 research organizations from the US and Europe, plus a number of companies, actually 19 companies, Lars has told me, and among them is also First Alpine from Austria, which are a very active partner in this. Municipalities, NGOs, and local government organizations are also involved in this. Now, I guess I should stop here and actually give the word to the people who really know. So please, Lars, why don't you get onto stage and deliver your keynote?